One, let's go. Welcome back to Skill Over Legacy Podcast. We are on episode 13. We got the gang with me. The Time Lord has finally made it. You know what I'm saying? This is our second take because the Time Lord, we all have them type of days. But the jacket is cold. We got a special guest.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, special guest. Introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you guys. I'm JJ. I do TikTok. My name is JJ15nba on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes, sir. The GOAT.
Anytime, JJ. Anytime.
Bill Russell's the GOAT apparently. But anyways, we're gonna jump right into things. We're gonna talk about MIPs, DPOYs, those type of awards. We talk about MVPs all the time. So we start with MIP. The lock is basically the number one person I feel like is just Jeremy Grant because it just has to be. As much as we all don't believe that he's really that good, he literally went from 10 points a game to 25. Like, I feel like just in terms of number improvement, he has to be sitting on the top of the list right now.
He's up there, but I think it's Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I ain't gonna disagree with that.
I also agree, but you have to. All I'm gonna say is this: play devil's advocate. Jeremy Grant had has a 14-point differential.
He made
That's crazy, but it's mostly due to opportunity.
Whether that be what it may, it is what it is.
Randall changed the whole culture.
That's true.
I definitely think Jeremy Grant is pretty damn garbage, but
yeah.
I'll say it again. Last season, Knicks fans were lining up to drive Julius Randle themselves to whatever team he was going to play for other than the Knicks. And this year, they are in love with him because he's been great. He's been fantastic.
I will shout Kevin out one more time. He was convinced that Julius Randle was the worst player on his basketball team. Not Kevin Knox.
I still don't know why.
Knox, not Elfrid Payton, but Julius Randle.
Oh, we're talking about Kevin?
Yeah.
He just said all he said was, the best player on our team. Here's a curveball. He's just the worst.
But again, we're speaking from what we see, what we feel like should happen, because we know Jeremy Grant not to be as good of a player as his jumping points may show that he is.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, bruh, a 14-point differential is just going to be hard to beat.
It's gonna win. It's gonna win you the award. But in our hearts,
if we're gonna go strictly off stats, know who is up there?
Nikola
Jokic.
Facts.
Oh, that's a really good point.
That is true.
But we could say that 15.
The thing with Jokic too is it goes into the same thing from last year, where Luka was a finalist for most improved, but everyone was like, no, it's Brandon Ingram.
Because it's more of an expectation for those guys.
Yeah.
For Luka, it's more of an expectation that you just get better. You just got way better, extremely better, but we all knew that you're going to be able to get better from here. You know what I'm saying? People like Jeremy Grant, we don't know about those guys.
I think Brandon Ingram had the story because he got traded from the Lakers.
And he was an all-star and all of that.
Yeah.
Y'all want to know
my lock is
improvement?
Jeremy Grant, 3-and-D player, not even the best in that role, but to a quote-unquote all-star snub. But so that story that Christian Wood is hurt. So
yeah, Christian Wood was my number one. He had everything, the story, and it all in my.
Yeah. He was my prediction to win it, I think.
He was my prediction to win it as well.
Yeah. He's good at basketball. That other dude.
He was balling in Detroit last season towards the end.
I will say I did kind of lowball on him. I thought Christian was going to average 18 to 7. So
nah, I was
wrong.
For some reason, I was super high on him. I was just like, this dude is so nice.
I've loved him for so long. He played, I think, 8 games for the Pelicans at the end of a season on like a 10-day, and he cooked. He was so good. Like, I've been so high on him for like 2 years. I'm so happy to see him playing well. I wish he didn't get hurt this year.
If y'all think if y'all would have held on to Christian Wood, you think Zion Williamson gets drafted?
No.
He definitely would have, because it was the last 8 games of Anthony Davis's time in New Orleans. So AD would have been on the way out, and then it would have been Christian Wood and Zion.
Wait, what? That's the season before. Yeah. You still think they draft him after the next season?
So we traded Anthony Davis the same offseason we drafted Zion.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm thinking AD been there for 2 seasons. This is his second season there. Yeah, okay, so he probably still gets drafted. Yeah.
I think y'all would have liked Zion a lot less. I think he would have liked.
Would have been a great duo. Them at the 4 and 5.
Zion don't pass the ball.
Oh,
passing more. He's passing more.
Court activity, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He doesn't pass. Like, he doesn't pass the ball. Like, and he only goes one direction. I don't like that. I
was talking about that with Cam. I mean, we're getting a little off topic, but Zion he goes right, but he always finishes with his left. Like, he will make a hard drive right, clearly be in a spot he should finish with his right, and just put it back in his left hand and score. But that is a problem, because Zion also leads the NBA in shots blocked this season, and that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. But another thing with Zion is that, like, you can't stop him. When he plays against top 10 rim defenses, his efficiency goes up. How is that even possible?
He ate Rudy Gobert for lunch when we played the Jazz.
He's strong as heck.
Yeah.
Most of the time he's at the perimeter, and we know what Rudy Gobert going to do there. He's just not going. I mean, Ben Simmons 42, and he's not a scorer. Shout out to him. So like you're just gonna score, and then a lot of those teams where it's like, all right, we have elite rim protecting. They have a scheme to like, bro, just let him score. Like, we're going to out, because he's taking so many 2-pointers. Those 30 points aren't going to seem as, it's going to take so much more shots for him to get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Especially with a team like the Jazz being like one of the best 3-point shooting teams. So
yeah,
like, let him score and then just hold everybody else. They did that with Jordan. The niggas just want to hear that.
Let's talk about 6th man of the year. You think that's just unequivocally Jordan Clarkson? You think that's just rap?
Yeah, that's just rap.
I don't know. Jordan Clarkson's been a little iffy recently. So.
I think Jalen Brunson should win it, in my opinion.
No.
Why not?
He's been good.
I'm not saying he ain't been good, but Jordan Clarkson the first half of the season was
right. But Jalen Brunson was having a good. He hasn't stopped having a good season all season.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Brunson's really fucking good.
He's been good.
I understand that.
He's been their second best player this season. Mavs.
Cap. Good Lord, that's Cap.
On the Mavs?
You don't like KP?
Oh, no. Just because KP only played like 15 games.
Because KP can't stay on the floor.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking about, like, in general, Jalen Brunson, because he played a lot more.
Yeah. True.
You know who's a low-key pick for 6 man is Joe Ingles.
That's what I was about to say.
Joe Ingles is going to break the record for true shooting percentage in a season. He's playing good defense. He's knocking it down from 3. He's been really, really good this year.
Yeah, he's quietly had the best season any player has had ever.
Like he's literally having the most efficient season of all time, and he's not a center, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
With most of his shots coming from 3, he's the most efficient player in NBA history after this season.
That's crazy.
I didn't even realize that about Joe Ingles, because he's just a player I just don't really care to talk about ever. Mm-hmm. Even though he's really good.
He's actually really good. But nobody.
Is he better than Jeremy Grant?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Absolutely.
It's Jeremy Grant, Joe Ingles. Like, they're just not close.
For sure.
Yes. Jeremy Grant's not that damn good.
So
Jeremy Grant is just a basketball player that's aggressive. That's it.
Joe Ingles is the best player for the Australian national team in the NBA.
Is he?
Is he?
Isn't Ben Simmons on the Australian national team? That was supposed to be a direct shot at Ben Simmons. That was a hit.
it is true. He's better than Ben Simmons. How is he so much more efficient than Ben Simmons when Ben Simmons only shoots? Y'all want to know another crazy stat about Simmons? I have a million of them. He shoots he shoots under 50% from layup.
Hey JJ,
That's crazy.
I remember when you said Trae Young and him were close, but we not.
I said that?
You did.
No, there's no way I said that. There's no way.
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I was the first outwardly spoken Ben Simmons slanderer on TikTok. Nobody ever wanted to talk.
Lucky because I wasn't on TikTok yet. I'm kind of new.
I'm not. That's what I said on TikTok. I said that because we collectively bashed him in the Discord. But I took these conversations to the internet, and y'all did me so bad. I said months ago, Lonzo and Ben Simmons. Lonzo's just a 6'7" better version. People was, you're an idiot. His defensive impact. Delete your account. Why are you making videos? Because you suck. You just suck. And now look at it. Now look where we're at.
I get that all the time. Because I go even like a step further and say he's not a top 3 player on his team.
He's not. No.
He's not.
And
Listen,
he's
just not. Like Seth Curry. If I had to trust somebody with my offense, it's just Seth Curry before Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons playing a game. He got off the court. Tyrese Maxey got in, and they went on a run. Joel Embiid had the best night of his career.
I'll probably take LiAngelo Ball over Ben.
Not Jello. Not Jello.
Oh wow, he said Jello.
Not Jello. I ain't gonna lie, Jalen. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Suggs. He's just better than Ben Simmons. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga, three players better than Ben Simmons. But anyway, we're off topic. This is not the subject of this episode.
Can I say the Simmons stat? The other one that I said in like the first take. I want like the internet to hear this. So Embiid, when Ben Simmons is on the bench, per 75 possessions, averages 42 points on 70% true shooting.
Insane.
That is so unbelievable. He's literally the best player ever.
But I guess Ben Simmons is a playmaker. Oh, damn. I guess.
Yeah. He's a better playmaker than Trae Young.
I guess. Segue into Ben Simmons. Let's talk depoy because he's begging for it. He's on his hands and knees.
Hands down the depoy. It's just
he's definitely the best defender in the league. No, Rudy is fine, but we're only giving it to Rudy because he's 7'2" and block shots, and the Jazz are good defensively with him. But
I think Giannis and Davis are better defenders than Simmons.
Oh hell no!
You can.
Not Giannis, no, but AD, I'll agree. I'll agree to an extent.
Ben Simmons is the best defender in the league. On defensive talent, he is going to go down as a top 10 defensive player ever.
On defensive talent, I'll definitely say Ben Simmons is like the most talented defender in the league.
I like impact over talent, though.
Yeah, I can agree on defense at least, talking impact for talent. But like, if you want to talk like Giannis, even though he's not as skilled as Ben, he's like physically definitely capable of playing that level of defense.
Yeah.
And AD as like a complete defender is just he's I say all the time, he's got literally zero flaws in his entire game.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say about this defensive player of the year thing, which KD was someone who made me, because I was perfectly okay with like Rudy Gobert. I was with the impact thing. I was with that. Then Kevin Durant kind of opened my eyes to it because he was saying like the best defenders in the league are like Drew Holiday. Like the best defenders that play defensive team are like Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart, Ben Simmons. Those are the best defenders in the league because he said there's nights where he said 80% of the teams in the league they game plan to attack Rudy Gobert. They don't ever try to stay away from him. They abuse him. They know, okay, if we get a screen and we keep him far away from the basket, that's how we're going to win the game. No defensive player. That doesn't happen to any real good defender at all. You've never heard anybody go, we're planning on attacking Gary Payton tonight because that's going to work.
Yeah.
We're planning on attacking Ben Simmons because, that's going to work out for us. No.
Like, I agree, but I think I agree, like, circumstantially. Like, I think that is, like, extremely true in the playoffs. Like,
yes, and it's a regular season award. That's why I think he gets it. But
like in the regular season, when you're playing
all season, like every team does
it definitely does. But I think it like shines out in the playoffs. Like in the regular season, like you have like a day to get ready for Rudy Gobert, and sometimes you're not going to get the best of him. But if you have a 7-game series scheduled with Rudy Gobert, you're going to force the Jazz to switch. You're going to expose him. But you can't do that with guys like Drew Holiday, like Ben Simmons, like AD. You can't scheme around them. And I think that's why you look at like.
You want to know someone who's going under the radar in the Depoy conversation?
Miles Turner.
No. Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, for sure. He's one of the best defenders.
He's Gobert and Simmons combined.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's a better defender than both those guys.
There's plenty of better defenders than Rudy Gobert out there. To be honest, defenders, I think defense and rim protection should be to be said separately. Like they're not the same thing, not exclusive.
Put my McFlurry in the freezer real quick.
For sure, that McFlurry definitely does look absolutely delicious. By the way, but yeah, dude, what's his name from the Mavericks? What did he say
Finney Smith?
on the? Yeah, what did he say up there? He said,
"The game.
I knew I was going to shoot and score a lot more than I always do because I was being defended by Rudy Gobert. You just can't have that said about you, and then we turn around and give you the Defensive Player of the Year. That just it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, but like it doesn't feel right. But would the Jazz be like a top 20 defense without Gobert?
Of course, no. They wouldn't.
It depends who you replace him with, though.
Exactly, they would be a top 20 defense if they had a rim protector. It's not Rudy. It's just who you have. Like Nicholas Claxton would have them in the top 20 defense. Nicholas Claxton.
I think there's guys who could keep them in the top 20 because they are a good defensive team. I think if you want to keep them like elite at defense, like a top 3 team, there's like a smaller list of guys of like rim protecting guys that can keep them there. I think you're really looking at like Gobert, Capella, Miles Turner, and then like I feel like I'm reaching, but like Bam and then Jarrett Allen. I think those are like the only guys you can put in there and keep them at that top 3 level.
That's it. If you take a couple years off Dwight Howard, if Dwight Howard's 32 right now, he would definitely keep them. It's not Rudy, not to be disrespectful. It's not Rudy. It's just he brings rim protection. That's what they need. So he provides that. But
that's why he got such a big contract.
But replacing Drew Holiday is a lot tougher. Replacing Ben Simmons, replacing someone who will
look at the Pelicans' defense this year without Drew Holiday.
Exactly. It's a lot tougher. Like replacing Ben Simmons, you're not gonna find somebody that good to guard the best player. That just doesn't happen. Like you may be able to find it, but it's a lot harder than finding a rim protector. You could literally, I can go get Moses Brown right now, and he'll eventually be a rim protector. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not difficult. So I feel like while it's impactful, I get it. My point, like, put it to you like this: you know how Joakim Noah was winning Depoy, or like was like a Depoy.
He was an MVP candidate.
He's different though because Joakim wasn't. He was stepping out there and he would get cooked sometimes, but he wasn't just a shot blocker. He was like Tyson Chandler. You know what I'm saying?
Joakim Noah was like Draymond before Draymond.
Yeah, they could do more. Rudy's just a shot blocker. and a really good one at that. He's just Dikembe Mutombo, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm
Dikembe
not a fan
Mutombo.
of Simmons or Gobert. I want them to like reach down and take someone else.
I would love to
That's
see
underrated.
Bam get it.
I'd love to see Bam get it.
I wouldn't
Yep.
be. I don't think anybody could disagree with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. To me, the best defenders in the league go to me. They go like this. No order: Drew Holiday, Ben Simmons, Bam Adebayo, Giannis, AD, Nicholas Claxton, Matisse Thybulle, DeJounte Murray. Those guys that are versatile. They can
I
go
think
out on the
Smart should
perimeter.
be there.
Did I say Smart?
No.
Oh, then Marcus Smart too. Versatile, can defend.
And then throw in Mikal and OG.
Mikal, OG, and Lonzo, all those guys, and then like your Paul Georges, but those are more two-way players. Like Paul George is known for his defense, but I think all of those people are better defenders because they focus more on defense.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you guys
like-
think LeBron is a top 20 defender?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think he's a
should
better
have
defender than Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
Right now, today, even though he's hurt, yeah.
When LeBron
People don't
wants to
like
play
to hear that though.
when LeBron wants to play defense, there's not too many defenders better than him. Like
If LeBron
playoff
showed up at the
LeBron?
beginning of next season and decided like, oh, I'm gonna win Deep Boy this year, he would just go out there and win Deep Boy. Like,
yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Playoff LeBron, what we saw in the bubble, what elite level defense. Like you couldn't ask for. But all right, let's talk. So we got Deep Boy out the way. So basically, we all agree. Go ahead, Ben Simmons. You begging for it. Yeah, you say Rudy, but Ben is begging for it. So whatever, you know.
We gotta
that's
give
it.
him something. We gotta give him
Give the
something.
baby his candy.
Yeah, give it to him.
Yeah, he said, "Give the baby his candy." That's so disrespectful. That's crazy. Okay, so this is an interesting conversation that I want to have that I made up on my own.
Wait. Slow your roll, big dog. We ain't hit
Coach of the year.
We ain't hit Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year.
Oh, who do you think wins Coach of the Year?
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams, I agree.
Who's he the coach for again?
Suns.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I think I don't think it's about this year. Like I think it's more about last year because they went from the Suns were literally the worst team in the league to the Suns were like 4 games below 500 last season.
Yeah.
And then
Now-
even more this season.
And last season they were really hurt.
DA didn't play he had a 25 game suspension last year and they were only a couple games below 500. So that along with now they're just a top like 3 team in the league right now. I don't think
it's him or Quinn Snyder.
Can I add a name? Can I add a name to that? And there's no chance he wins this. 0. But
Wait, against Steve Nash?
Nate McMillan.
Oh, for the Hawks? That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's in the competition for sure.
He hasn't coached the whole season, so he's definitely not gonna win it. But like the change in the Hawks the second he came in is outrageous.
And he's definitely I love that he's getting his recognition because every time someone mentions the Hawks right now, they have to mention Nate McMillan. So he definitely deserves some credit.
He's doing what he's like what Monty Williams did last season. He's on his way to basically being the coach of the year next year if the Hawks just keep getting better.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be where Monty
Hawks
could.
Now. Do you guys think the Hawks could beat the Sixers in a series?
As long as Ben Simmons is there, anything is possible.
I do actually think they could. I think they match up decently.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
The Hornets beat them.
If DeAndre Hunter doesn't come back 100%, there's no chance.
I've been saying
no chance.
No chance.
The Knicks could beat the Bucks or the 7.
Yeah.
Well,
not the Bucks.
I'm saying that if DeAndre Hunter doesn't come back 100%, they can't win at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I think they match up just well because you have John Collins and Capella down low to match up with Toby and Joel, and then it's just a battle of role players because Ben's going to be on Trey.
And we know
Anything can happen there.
But
You can pick up someone from the G League. They can lock Ben.
Jesus Christ. My thing at that point is like, well, Embiid is the best player on the floor in that series.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on the Hawks is better than Tobias Harris outside of Trae Young.
Okay.
I think John Collins is close.
He's close. He's close. But I don't think anyone outside of Trae Young is better than Tobias Harris. Outside of John Collins, Capella, and Trae Young, the next best player would be DeAndre Hunter if he comes back healthy.
Or we forget they have a serviceable Danilo Gallinari who's been playing all right lately.
That he's been all right. I think Bogdan has been ridiculous lately.
Healthy,
yeah,
Bogey.
I think both of them have been playing really well.
Bogdan has been ridiculous lately, but like I said, it's not. I don't think it's possible without DeAndre Hunter. Because he's.
I think that completes it.
Right.
I think that completes it. I think that gives them someone to directly compete with Tobias Harris.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what a person like Ben, like what he does to your team. Like
anything could crumble with that guy. Anything could crumble.
But with the combination of Ben Simmons not shooting and really good defenders and DeAndre Hunter and John Collins, Tobias Harris could just be neutralized in that series.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he could crumble anything.
Capella can do a good job on the
DeAndre Hunter has to be there though. I still think he has to be there.
Yeah.
And Capella can do a good enough job. He's not gonna stop him because you don't stop that guy. But he's gonna do. It's better than nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like he's gonna do a good job. He's gonna do his best. And he's athletic too, so he may be able to bump him, get him frustrated, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
DeAndre Jordan did a pretty good job last night against Joel Embiid. Yeah, even
Joel
though
Embiid
still had 37.
He definitely was making things difficult, but I mean, Joel is just different. He's just so different, bro. He's so different.
Best center ever.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the most talented centers ever in life.
So that's what we got. We got
he's better than Russ.
Monty Williams, Quinn Snyder, Nate McMillan, honorable mention.
Yeah, basically. You know who I know is gonna be in the conversation, and I really don't want him to.
Steve Nash,
Doc Rivers.
Oh no.
It's gonna happen because they're gonna be like, well, Joel Embiid is MVP. They're gonna start making up all this stuff that has nothing to do with him. But I just know he's gonna be in the conversation.
I just think Monty Williams is a lock.
Monty Williams is gonna win. I just don't think Doc Rivers should be anywhere near the conversation, and he's going to be. Like he's just gonna be. And I don't like that. Doc Rivers, you're not that good as a coach. You've been hanging on to that 2008 championship all this time.
Just like the boy, even that jump.
But yeah, and at that point, you just let your best players play. Like, watch that series. There was no adjustments, nothing. They just let. Rondo was the coach of that team, essentially, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on to the creative topic. Jersey retirement criteria. Do you think it's more based on who you are to the team, like in the culture, or is it a combination of how good you are and who you are, or can you get your jersey retired in a place that all you were to them was someone who was really good?
I'll give you this.
I think it's all about legacy.
In my opinion, I don't think Kawhi should have a jersey retirement in Toronto.
Me neither.
Will it happen? I don't even know. I think that's pretty arguable, but I don't think he should.
I'll take it a step further. LeBron shouldn't get his jersey retired in LA. Not even close.
Oh no, nah. I don't agree with that.
I thought you were about to say anywhere other than LA. I was gonna be like,
yeah.
If he wins it all this year, then he definitely should though.
If he finished his career with the Lakers, they just have to retire his jersey.
But that's my thing now. See, this is where we get a little confusing because let's be honest, LeBron don't mean nothing to LA. But they won a ring for the first time in the past 10 years. but they don't have an attachment to him. Like they don't. It's not like Shaq and Kobe and Magic and Kareem. They're not like Lakers isn't running through LeBron James's blood per se.
I mean, there isn't a lot of that. There isn't a lot of that in the league at all right now.
I mean,
where can you find that attachment? You can't find it anywhere.
Kevin Durant.
That's not true. Kevin Durant.
In Brooklyn.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
Stephen Curry.
Curry, that's
Klay
it because he's still in that team.
Damian Lillard, Joel Embiid,
and
yeah, you can find it You can find it in a lot of places.
Go ahead, Cameron. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, no, your voice keeps cutting out. I think it's your phone.
And LeBron, his ring is tied to Kobe. You know, that ring is going to be.
It's like the Kobe ring.
It's a Kobe ring. He's already got Lakers. What he did for LA when Kobe died is already important enough. It was.
I mean, there's a lot of Lakers fans who don't feel that way.
First, it went the best in the league. Just went from Kobe to LeBron. Kobe has a tragedy. The season gets canceled, and all we're talking about is Kobe and everything that's going on in basketball and like other racial stuff. And then LeBron comes back and wins the ring for LA.
But that first part that you said don't got nothing to do with the Lakers. LeBron becoming better than Kobe has nothing to do with the Lakers. That's my point.
It's just the story.
It's just the story.
It's
right, but that's what I'm saying. Are a lot of Lakers fans, even though LeBron, because I asked Lakers fans when he was sitting on a bench last year or the year before last year, I said, LeBron won y'all ring, his jersey retired in LA, and 90% of the answers were no.
Well, listen to this.
It's
right?
kind of
Wasn't this
you tell me this. You really think he won't get his jersey retired, or you don't think he should?
I think that if it happens, the criteria becomes the thing that will be said is the criteria becomes a lot less of how important is your legacy as a Laker or as someone on the team, and it becomes more of like, were you just really good while you were with us?
I don't see how the best player in the league wins you a ring and stays there for any more than a year, doesn't get his jersey retired on that team.
Yeah.
Now, and I agree, but that's the only everything before this, like these Laker players, they are so I don't know if 2 years and a championship or two. Well, maybe if he wins two, maybe it makes more sense. But let's just, in a world for this argument, let's just say he only wins this one, right? I don't know if I think Lakers fans, from what I understand, Lakers fans won't like that. Like they won't.
If he only wins one and he retires as a Laker, he has to be.
I think it's weird
feel like
talking to fans about it though.
Like that.
There are Heat fans right now who think Jimmy Butler is a better Miami Heat player than LeBron, which is just crazy. Like,
but that's just outlandish. Like I think this conversation with LeBron,
I saw it all over
LeBron
Twitter
not getting
for a
his
while.
jersey retired. I don't think it's an outlandish thing. Like if it didn't happen, I don't think it's crazy. Like,
I think it's also like a team by team thing though. Like
yeah.
If you look at like the Lakers and the jerseys they have up there, like they don't even have Pau Gasol's jersey up there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, is Pau Gasol the best player on the team, or even close to the best player in the league?
But he's part of an even bigger legacy than LeBron.
I mean, just because Kobe was there.
It all goes hand in hand though.
LeBron,
he might have been part of that 2-ring legacy.
But that's what I'm asking.
Second best player. So you think, but you don't think that 1 ring as the best player and probably retiring on this team as the best player in the league isn't more important than 2 rings?
I don't. I'm not saying it's not more important. I'm not saying
longer
there's
than 2 seasons
to the Lakers.
Well, I mean, 2 rings, and he also didn't retire as a Laker. Retiring on that team definitely gives you a little bit more, especially at the peak that LeBron is at right now.
I mean, I'm using Pau as an example to say that they're picky with who they put on there.
That's my point. It's
important
to me.
I mean, if they're gonna be picky, you can be picky with Pau Gasol, as great as he was.
Will they
I
be
say
picky with
but you can be
LeBron?
picky with him. No.
No.
But that's the thing.
That's like, all right, so let's say Jordan.
But you have to hold on. You have to remember, we're speaking from a very logical outlook because he's the best player that got the Lakers a ring. He's the best player in the world, right? But we have to understand that these higher ups on these Lakers stands and in these seats, a lot of them don't even give a damn about much of that. Like they are more ingrained in Laker culture. Do you embody the Lakers? Is like I said, the whole thing that I kept hearing is does LA run through your blood? Like when people think LA Lakers, how quickly do you come up all time? Like not just right now. Like, and they think a lot of people and think that LeBron may not have LeBron. When you think LeBron, you think just GOAT, period. Like you don't think, well, he was the best player to ever play for the Lakers. Even though he was, that's not where your mind goes. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're talking.
So basically we're saying we're holding against him the fact that he basically wasn't a Laker his whole career.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I want to.
That's what they do. Not his whole career, but for a real big portion. That's what they hold.
You said. Well, you think of him as a GOAT, not as.
Yeah, but that's what I'm not holding it against him. But that's what they do.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That I don't see how that mindset keeps you from getting your jersey retired.
Hold on. All right, JJ, as a fan of like the only other team that has like this much like history and tradition, like the Celtics are also a picky organization when it comes to who gets their jersey retired and who doesn't. I think you guys, I don't know if you have already, but I think you're scheduled to. You're going to retire Kevin Garnett's number soon. Ray Allen is definitely not going to get his retired. Do you think Rondo should?
Maybe. I mean,
see, and you know why? I guarantee it's probably because whenever you think of Rondo, inherently, like that's just stuck in your brain. Like it's just kind of like when you think of Rondo, the first thing you think is Boston. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying that's a reason, but that's just how they think up there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's getting retired. I don't think he will.
And out of our like big four, he stayed the longest.
He stayed there the longest after it was over. He was the one that wasn't supposed to be that good and became amazing. Like he was a big part of why Kevin Garnett came.
He was the reason, Kevin Garnett says.
There's so many, like, when it comes to retiring jersey numbers, like, it's so much, like, beyond of, like, just how good were you? Like, it's about, like, your time with that team and, like, what you meant to the fans, which is what Zay is saying with, like, the Braun Lakers thing. Like, there are players that played for, you know, teams and made deep runs or into the playoffs and stuff, but, like, they don't have their jerseys up. Like, the Raptors are going to be a weird example because I do think they're going to eventually retire Kawhi's jersey. But that's only because they have such a short history. Like they're going to retire probably Vince. And then as soon as Kyle Lowry and DeMar are done, those two. And then next in line is going to be Kawhi because they have such a short history.
Yeah, that's their exception. Okay, let me ask you this, JJ. Let's flip the script. LeBron is on the Celtics now and got y'all one ring.
That's what I was thinking.
Would the Celtics retire LeBron's jersey?
Absolutely not. But
exactly, that's and it's not nothing about LeBron.
Also because he killed us like so many times. Like he's also he might be the reason we have a ring, but he's also the reason we don't have a lot of rings.
Yeah, there's no way.
Let's just
Celtics are weird.
And he was a Laker at one point. There's no way.
No. Let's say he never becomes a Laker. Like instead of going to LA, he goes to
Boston. Yeah, for years.
But again,
the rivalry is there whether he was a Laker or not. There's no way.
But that kind of goes into my point. Like
But
there's a
LeBron
lot
wants to-
more emotion and opinion behind a jersey being hung up.
Oh,
And
I understand, and that's why I agree with Cam with the Kobe thing.
Yeah,
I
like
think if they do it, that's gonna be like the backbone, because a lot of Lakers fans don't think LeBron has the connection to LA. Like he doesn't connect to LA. Like he just is LeBron in LA. People are saying that if Anthony Davis has a long, illustrious career, like a long rest of his career in LA, and he wins anything, that they would be more connected to AD. Like,
well, that makes
Well,
sense. Simply that would make sense just because AD is younger, and if he would stay there longer, he would probably be there longer and also win a ring there. So that would just
and
make
I
sense.
just feel like LeBron. I think what they're trying to say, which I don't agree, because I feel like this doesn't really make sense. But when I think about it, I get what they're saying. It's like it would almost be like if Jordan went to the Wizards and was successful. Like it would be like, yeah,
but
you
Jordan wasn't the
connected
best
here.
player in the league.
No,
The
but that
Wizards
doesn't
would
matter.
retire anybody's jersey.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to say,
The
Cam.
Wizards
What I'm
did
saying
retire
is,
Jordan's jersey.
but
They hung it up.
but what I mean is, I think
Rafters.
that's not even what I'm talking about. Is more or less how they feel. Like you don't. It's not a connection to Washington, you know. And I think that's what they're saying. Like it's not a. LeBron is so illustrious already that by the time he decided to retire, like to go to the Lakers, like he doesn't have a connection with them. He's already the best player in the world.
Does the Wizards,
No, they retired
Michael
it, but I'm just saying.
yeah, but that doesn't help the argument though, like at all. It actually
Yeah,
helps.
but
No,
the Wizards
it's not
are
about
very
retiring.
different from the
Yeah,
Lakers.
it's not about the retirement. What I'm saying how they view Jordan, like how we don't necessarily look at Jordan, and he was already Jordan when he was on the Wizards, so we don't. There's no personal connection between the fans of basketball and Jordan on the Wizards. There's no connection to that. There's a connection. We have a connection.
Yeah,
Like we have a connection with Magic and LA. Nobody, no matter if you even like LA or not, we have a connection between Magic Johnson and the LA Lakers. Hell, we have a connection between Kobe and the LA Lakers. Shit, we have a connection, like you said, people like Powell and the LA Lakers, Shaquille and the LA Lakers. And it has something to do with them being there for a long time, but it's also like we embodied them as Lakers. Pau Gasol could have stayed somewhere else longer, and we still embody Pau Gasol as a Laker. I don't think fans think that LeBron doesn't embody a Laker. That's what they feel. I don't think that's true. I think that's completely far from the truth.
Him being your GOAT or your second GOAT, whatever you want to call it, is just going to carry him to get his shit.
That's what I think.
Retired anyways.
I think if you don't retire the best player to ever play for your franchise, that doesn't make sense to me. But that's what they think.
Like, they're fair to think that, but I think they're not. They don't. If they seriously think that he won't get his retired, I don't think they're thinking.
We got like 15 minutes to an hour. You guys want to go Celtics and then hot takes?
Yeah. Well, JJ, we're gonna go ahead and give us your rundown of
what Mr. Real Time Lord.
Yeah, he is. we gonna go ahead and get into what you think the Celtics need to become a lock for like a championship team in the future.
Wait, before he starts, JJ, I need to tell you this right now. Please stop saying y'all have the worst player in the league. Please stop saying the worst player in the Celtics is like the worst player in the league. Jeff Teague, the worst player in the league. You thought
Jeff Teague is not on the team anymore, though.
But when he was there, you thought he was really the worst player in the league?
There was a point where he was playing like the worst player in the league.
So you're telling me there was a point he was worse than Taco Fall?
Because that's the real worst player.
I'm just trying to debate between him and Ben Simmons.
Oh my God!
Oh,
you really are the GOAT. That's crazy.
He's a big. But let JJ get to his point of what the Celtics need to continue to build on what they have now and become the champions at some point.
I think the two players that I don't think will be Celtics in the next 2-3 years is Jaylen Brown and Kemba Walker. I don't know. I don't think Kemba's a good enough playmaker. I would love to trade for De'Aaron Fox if we can. I know, Fatboy, you're not a huge fan of De'Aaron Fox on the Celtics, but now that we
Unless
have
Jalen
Evan
Brown
Fournier
leaves,
here,
I'm perfectly fine with that.
now
But
that
he
we have
has to
Evan
go.
Fournier here, like I don't want Smart to have the ball. Smart's our best playmaker right now, so he has the ball a lot, and he'd be so much better as a spot up shooter. So if we get a primary playmaker that isn't like Marcus Smart, like De'Aaron Fox, you're gonna see efficiency numbers go up in everybody.
I think if you take Jaylen Brown off the team, Kemba's efficiency and playmaking is just going to be
That's
as
what I
what y'all
think.
expect him.
For that to happen with D Fox, you're inevitably just gonna have to get rid of
And get rid of
Jaylen
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
Because
I
if
agree.
you throw De'Aaron Fox into this mess, it's just gonna end up the same way for him.
You think you could somehow get rid of Jaylen Brown and
Much as Kemba.
and Kemba Walker and get De'Aaron Fox and like Harrison Barnes? Do you think that's possible?
Harrison Barnes and maybe a little bit more. Buddy Hield.
Oh, you don't want him.
I would be trying to get with Sean Holmes or at
Rashawn
least
Holmes,
Marvin Bagley.
I think Rashawn Holmes is too good for the trade.
Yeah, I would say try or Marvin Bagley. Hell,
Or in the Celtics' best
I mean, if we get
interest.
Kemba, Jalen, and 2 first-round picks, we could get a whole lot.
Yeah, in the Celtics' best interest, it would be Rashawn Holmes. But realistically, I don't think that's going to happen.
and the Kings are a terrible front office. They'll fall
Wait,
for the
Rashawn
for the
Holmes is a
Jaylen
free agent
Brown.
after this year.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you can't get Harrison Barnes and Buddy Hield. They have the biggest contracts on their team.
That's true.
No, but Kemba and Jalen have the biggest contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Oh, yeah.
contracts would work.
Oh, well, that would actually work.
That would actually just work. Yeah.
The Kings are a terrible front office. You can finagle them out of Rashawn Holmes with the year that Jaylen Brown's having because they're just terrible. The Kings are probably one of the worst franchises that nobody ever talks about.
Yeah, well, with Rashawn Holmes being a free agent, that's just out of the waters at this point.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's a good point. I think Kemba, I think you give him one more try without Jalen, but I think Jalen has to go. Like Jalen, he's gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of him, but you make good points. But if we can't get good enough value for him,
yes, definitely it matters what you can get back. You don't
Yeah,
just
for
give him
sure.
up.
like I
Yeah,
don't want to just like trade him no matter what.
Mm-mm. But look.
Like if anything, we
a
can just.
couple of franchises out there that are bad that you can finesse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
I'm
might
sure
be able
we
to
get
get
a lot of
John Collins off the Hawks.
Could definitely get John Collins off the Hawks.
I
John
like
Collins is a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. He is too. Jeez. Well then,
Yep.
Danny
he knows who he wants to play with too.
Yeah, if Danny, if you don't do something about that center position this offseason with them two being free agent, ain't Miles Turner free agent too?
No. Miles Turner re-upped. He's good.
Oh, he did re-up.
You got to do something about that center position this offseason.
I think the most important thing is depth.
Yeah. Center, big man, and your bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trading Kemba
more so our bench because Robert Williams has been.
I think
really
Robert Williams
good.
can be solid. I think he can be solid. I think it's going to take him a little bit of time, but I think he can be at least just a good defensive center for them.
He's a good defensive center.
Yeah.
He's good at catching lobs. Good for the pick and roll.
He can improve on that as well, I believe.
Yeah,
He can shoot too. I saw you said in your live that he can't shoot, but he can. His jumper is smooth. Like he doesn't shoot much, but he can definitely improve on that. And when he does shoot, it goes in 60% of the time.
Yeah, I can see him improving. He definitely has room to improve. But I think that's a good point. You make great points. Celtics connoisseur, you make great points. We are going to get into everybody's favorite part of the episode. This consistently gets a lot of views on TikTok when I post this part.
Mm-hmm.
Your hot take. JJ, are you ready? Because you are going to go first.
Yeah. All right. He is on my jersey, Luka. You can't see the full jersey, but whatever. He's the second best point guard of all time.
Wow. Of all time?
Of all time.
Like ever in existence?
Ever in existence. Yep.
Did you mean second best white point guard of all time? I'm so confused.
Nope. Second best point guard ever. Yep.
What? That's crazy, JJ. That's a crazy take.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Best, not greatest though. Best.
Yeah, I don't think he's better than Chris Paul.
Not as a point guard.
Not as a point guard.
Hey, this is how take we gotta,
Yeah, oh my god.
Second what? So is Steph Luka?
Steph's the best. Steph is the best, and then Luka Doncic. Okay.
Yup.
Wow.
I don't like Chris Paul.
I will slide a little bit of my admiration to this. Luka at the end of his career is gonna be up there.
He might be.
But
Yeah,
He's to say it.
Right now,
Luka
He just wants to be the first to say it.
I think I'll give you this. I'll tell you this. I think he'll be the third at the end of his career. I don't think he'll ever be better as a point guard than Chris Paul, though. I think he'll be third.
I think he's already.
That name might be the. I ain't gonna lie. Luka might retire at the best.
I think he'll be. I think like third best skill. He'll just be the third best point guard ever.
I think. I don't know about that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he will be better than Curry when he retires. But
okay. You need to stop that right now. Okay. That's it.
Hey.
I think he'll get better, be better than Curry, yeah. But now, no.
He might.
That is a fastball.
He might.
Wait, hold on. Can you?
No, he can't.
You can't explain it. No, absolutely not.
We got to move forward. I'm next. I think
we got to explain our takes first.
Oh yeah, what did I say?
We said like 10 of them yesterday.
You said something about something. Oh, you said that if Trae Young improves on defense, he could be better than Luka.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't even think
that's pretty self-explanatory.
I think it's close right now. Trae Young becomes probably a better. He's better than dude.
I'm pulling up the video right now. I forgot my hot take.
Trae Young might be a better point guard than Luka right now.
I don't even think I gotta explain that. They're close enough for that just to be true. Like that for that to be enough explanation right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The defense is literally what keeps anybody away from saying Trae Young is as close to Luka Doncic as he is. That's the only thing, because he does a lot of things better than him other than rebound.
It's simply because Luka's 6'7", 6'5".
Yeah, you're always going to choose that guy.
Because
I'm going to choose him.
Trae Young's like 5'11".
Yeah, because I'm going to choose Luka before Trae, but that doesn't make my opinion not what it is. I'm just going to go with the taller player because that's, it's basketball at the end of the day. But Lim, what was yours?
Mine wasn't really a hot take. It was more like a correction that needs explanation. I made a TikTok. Someone asked me my favorite player on my least favorite team. I said Dwight Howard because I don't like the Sixers, but the Sixers aren't my least favorite team. It's the Warriors, and it's for reasons completely unrelated to basketball, which I'll now explain. I have a serious, fundamental moral issue with how the Warriors have gone about moving from Oakland to San Francisco. And moving is they are the team of the Bay. So that's fine. You can move across the Bay to San Francisco. That's fine.
It's like 30 minutes away.
To move there and then to jack ticket prices up, pricing out your previous season ticket holders who live in Oakland, and then to use the Oakland branding on your jerseys this year after pricing out the fans who live in Oakland, that is horrible. It's so unfair to those fans that don't get to go to those games because you're charging them more and they can't get in. I have serious problems with that on several levels of how you run a team and how you don't. And after the last 10 years of them running that team really well, they flushed it all down the toilet, at least in my opinion. That's not how you treat your fans, especially in a place that's as loyal as Oakland and has as great of a fan base as they were in Oracle Arena. To do what they did to those fans is disgusting.
I never even thought about it like that. Shout out to Lynn.
Yeah,
Shout out to you.
Get him on the Kings. Please get this man on the Kings.
Hey, this man Liam teaches me something new
people.
about the NBA every day.
Every single day.
Every single podcast. I learn something new.
He's for the people.
He's
Liam
just
is for the people.
This is like the fifth front office that he's exposed, and it's like, well, you were right this whole time.
That
shit pisses me off. I need somebody with the money and like the proper equipment to like do a full deep dive like documentary on that. I need someone to like, aside from like me yelling at the clouds about it, to like go at it and like really say something about it.
That's a very good reason.
I mean, that is can we call that's the NBA's version of just gentrification. That's just what it is.
Facts, 100%.
You move them to a better place and you just make everything more expensive. And realistically, Oakland and San Francisco, me growing up in those areas, they are not any different. Only difference between San Francisco and Oakland is San Francisco is a tourist place. Oakland isn't.
Yeah,
that's what I
was going to say, and that's exactly why they could jack up the prices.
Yeah, that's the only. I never thought about how really garbage that really is. Like I never thought about
Oakland on the jerseys this year after moving.
Yeah,
come
crazy.
On, man.
That's like spitting in their face. Yeah, that's messed up.
Wow.
Hey, I hate the Warriors. I hate them.
I really don't like them. I really just don't like them.
KJ, aka Flight gonna love this episode. He gonna love this episode.
Yeah, Flight gonna love this episode.
But
you should post that clip on TikTok. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
What was my hot take?
You had a million.
Something about Jimmy Butler.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler. Oh yeah, at the end of if Victor Oladipo plays out like how he should, like run the point and stuff, he's just gonna be better than Jimmy Butler. Like he might actually end up being the best on his team. I wouldn't say that he's gonna end up being better than Bam. Like he won't be better than Bam for long, but he probably might end up the best on his team. He just does what Jimmy Butler does, but better. Like better offense.
He's more talented than Jimmy Butler is for sure.
And they're both really good defenders too. So.
Yeah, and can't Victor Oladipo shoot pretty well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he shoots infinitely better than Jimmy Butler.
So like why isn't I get that Jimmy has heart, but listen, I can have all the heart that I want, but I cannot beat LeBron in basketball.
Yeah. I mean, that's not if anybody thinks that that's super out of the ordinary, they're just too high on Jimmy and him going to the finals because
I think
I'm really high on Jimmy, but I can see.
I remember we had this conversation even like way before after the finals that Oladipo is still just better than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Oladipo.
I think
you said he's a better shooter, but he's shooting 20% from 3 on the Heat right now.
Yeah, he's been playing horribly, but he's been hurt off and on.
And he hasn't really gotten into the system yet.
Yeah. If you think that take is like super crazy, I think you are kind of forgetting a little bit how good Oladipo is when he's fully healthy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fair because it's been a long time since he was fully healthy.
I would disagree though, but I don't think it's like outlandish.
Me and Zay talked about this a while ago. I think in terms of basketball perfection, Victor Oladipo fully healthy is there.
Yeah, he's one of those people that's very close to. Offensively, doesn't have.
If we're being honest, if it wasn't for all the intangibles of basketball, Gordon Hayward and Jimmy Butler are out freakishly close. They're really close. If somebody took Gordon Hayward over Jimmy Butler, it wouldn't be crazy.
It's not crazy right now. I don't think it's ever been crazy.
I don't think it's ever been crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe when Jimmy was on the Sixers, because he was playing out of his mind.
Yeah, when Jimmy was on the Sixers, Gordon Hayward's leg was in pieces.
Yeah, it was in shambles.
True. I mean, I don't think that's crazy. Jay Bridges,
I feel like what people underrate about Jimmy Butler though is his like playmaking.
Yeah.
That might
Playmaking.
be the best part of his offense.
Not the three. He's a great playmaker, like a real playmaker, like not just a
top
pass.
15 in the league playmaker.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Maybe.
He'd be like he'd be about 13,
He like 15.
Yeah.
which is not bad. Nothing.
It's
Jimmy
only like a
Butler
couple
not being
hundred spots over Ben Simmons.
Yeah, did he say a couple hundred? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I
mean,
love
DJ
it.
Augustine is
I
just a
love
better playmaker than Ben Simmons. You've already
Yes,
said
sir.
that.
That's one person that I might take. That small Isaiah Thomas guy. I might take that guy before I take.
No.
Listen, no.
yeah.
No. He hasn't been that good this season. Not at all.
Man, I think it's never
Before
been
we
that
slander
good.
him.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. IT was just yeah. He was playing like he was Jay Bridges playing like he was 6'5".
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Speaking of Jay Bridges, we gotta get to his hot take explanation. What was your hot take?
I remembered it. I said Chris Paul on the Suns is better than Steve Nash on the Suns.
Sure.
For one, Chris Paul is just better in general. Like, come on now, let's be serious. I also think the elevation of Chris Paul to the Suns right now is more than it was when Nash got there. Because I think when Nash got there, it was bad, but it was in the works.
Do you think Chris Paul's the best Sun?
The best players on the Suns? Yes.
Uh-huh.
No, the best Phoenix Sun ever.
No, Devin Booker.
Well, I think Devin Booker is the best.
This is another conversation for another time. We had this conversation. But even me, as the biggest Chris Paul fan in the world, I had no expectations of them being a top 5 team in the league and second in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I definitely did not.
I had them like a 5th or a 6th seed.
So did I.
Steve Nash ain't making. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, those 7-second offense and the impact guys. I'm sorry, like it's hard to compete with this level of elevation, and I just don't think a prime Steve Nash could do what he's doing with the Suns right now.
I'm gonna keep it $150. A prime Steve Nash ain't making Frank Kaminsky look like a very serviceable player on your team.
Yeah, Dario Saric is averaging like 10 points and 5 rebounds.
That nigga is garbage. Oh my god.
No Dario Saric slander. No way. I'm not having that. When he had that mustache, come on now. In Minnesota, he was killing people with the stash.
Not the goated stash.
Frank Kaminsky's garbage. Who else?
We could say he's garbage.
Cam Johnson, he's not that good.
Cam Johnson looks way better than he actually is. Even Mikal to an extent.
Yeah.
The level of elevation is too much for Steve Nash to compete with.
Yeah, and I think Chris Paul in that 7-second offense back then, seeing how Chris Paul elevates now, I would be hard pressed to think that he wouldn't make them better than Steve Nash.
I don't think that Chris Paul can't do a 7-second offense. I don't think he can't do anything. But he is so embedded in the half court. So I think I'll give him the second offense just for now, just because Chris Paul has never really been that kind of player.
But he could do it.
I don't think he can't do it. I would never say I don't think he can't do it.
Yeah, he definitely can do it.
That's it.
All right, so let's get into the hot takes. I want to go first. Well, yeah, I want to go first. Let me go first. I'm going to go the Brandon Ingram route because you have a Brandon Ingram jersey on. This is to me, this is all means of opinion, but I can explain it. I think Brandon Ingram wins MVP before Jason Tatum does.
Damn, that was
Like,
a
Brandon Ingram will be ahead
extremely hot take.
before
Oh my
Jason Tatum.
god. Jeez, that was hot.
What?
I love it. I love that take. I love it
I
so
don't
much.
I don't
I
love
don't
that
even
take at
like
all.
the way that sounds.
And it has the only thing I'm gonna say is Danny Ainge is gonna have a lot to do with why Jason Tatum doesn't get MVP first.
They have David Griffin.
That's a
I don't think he'll be there.
I don't think Ingram is ever going to win an MVP with Zion on his team.
I don't think he'll be there. That's my point. That's
yeah,
gonna
he's
be
not
my
gonna be there.
next episode. I don't think he's gonna be there.
This is going
Okay.
now. I liked it in the beginning, but now I don't like where it's going.
I don't think he's gonna be there.
When we talking about that, yeah, I think Brandon Ingram and Lonzo probably not gonna be on that team.
Yeah, I think Brandon gets MVP first.
Lonzo is definitely not going to be there.
I think
The Pelicans are finna get a lot worse when Zion gets his extension.
I
whenever
think Brandon gets MVP and scoring champion in the same season.
So you just think you're basically telling me that
He's
I
he's
think he's
up to like
one
a
of the
top 10
best.
player in the league.
He's gonna have a year
Yeah.
that's going to be memorable.
I think he's going to be a top 10 player in the league at some point.
I think he's gonna have a year
Based
where we're gonna
on
be
that
like,
year, he's going to be a top 10 player in the league.
yeah, I think he's gonna have
Yeah.
one of the more memorable years in the league.
I think he's gonna
Liam.
be a top 10 player in the league, period.
Brandon Ingram.
No,
is
that's not
like,
what I'm saying. I'm saying, I think what he's saying is that year will elevate him into a top 10 player in the league, and then there will be no debating it afterwards.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
I think he's gonna
Liam,
have
do you
that.
think Brandon Ingram is the best player on your team?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, bro. Do not. Lonzo can finish
Anyway,
with no
we
hands.
got to get to the next hot take, bro. We don't got time to debate this right now.
All I'm saying is
Cameron?
Lonzo
I'll
can
go.
finish left and right.
I'll go.
All
This
right,
is somebody
JJ.
we've never even talked about on this podcast. But oh,
Oh, he about to hit the streets crazy with this one.
this is gonna sound crazy for people who didn't watch basketball back then. I'm taking prime Al Jefferson over current Bam Adebayo.
Oh,
Ooh. Al Jefferson was like that though,
Al was a dog, but I don't know.
That was a hot take.
and Al was a pretty decent defender.
That was
Right, he was
Don't-
averaging like 25 and
Don't
10
don't
like
explain.
1.5
Don't explain.
blocks,
Don't
right?
explain.
No explaining.
No, I was explaining the defense part. He was crazy. Prime Al Jefferson is a dog that nobody talks about.
Al Jefferson was nice. That's just something I've never thought about, but I can't say I disagree or it's like crazy. That's Prime Al was like that, bro. He was tough.
Mhm.
All right, Cameron, I want you to go because you've had all this time being late to think of something.
I actually don't even have a take. I just gotta hear some players' names and I could probably come up with. Let me think.
Give us the take about LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
Mm-hmm. No, matter of fact, give us the take about KPJ. Who do you think KPJ can be better than? Give us a take like that.
KPJ is going to be like a top 10 player in the league. Like,
Who does he got? So who's he going to be better? Is he going to be better than Tatum?
They might be close. I ain't gonna lie. They might be close. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty damn close. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be better. Damn, he's gonna be really good. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. He's not gonna be better than Tatum, but I don't know. It depends on how it's. That's too much. That's too much to say. I can't confidently say that. But what I will say is I know what Zay is going to say about his next explanation for Brandon Ingram. But LaMelo will probably never be better than Lonzo. If things go how I think they'll go, LaMelo will never be better than him.
I don't like these takes.
No.
They make my stomach hurt.
Yeah, man.
I think LaMelo's right now better than Lonzo.
Ever? No.
Nah.
And it's okay that he's not, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not.
Liam's team is the problem with Lonzo right now. It's not him.
Yeah, it's not Lonzo.
Lonzo has played really, really well this year. His numbers don't look great because he was bad the first month, but like since then, he's been so good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with Luka. He's shooting like 43% from three since like January 10th.
That is the MVP. So,
all right, Liam. I like your hot takes because they be thinkers. They be thinkers.
Yeah, this one is gonna be like a hard turn from something I said a while ago. Actually, that reminds me. Now I got two. I'll go with this one for now. With Zach LaVine now slated to like miss whatever it's gonna be, like 2 weeks. This Vucevic trade might be like one of the worst things they could have possibly done. If they finish in like the top, if they don't have that pick, if it doesn't go top 4 and they finish like 5th, they're screwed.
Yeah, I think it's all about the pick. If they fuck up the pick, it's wraps.
If that pick turns into Jonathan Kuminga, they blew it.
That wolf.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that you think they need to get into that. They need to get into that, like, Jalen Green or Cade area.
Well, they're not.
Or Evan Mobley.
If the pick is 1, 2, 3, or 4, the Bulls get their pick back. But if it's 5, the Magic still have it.
All right.
So if that pick that the Magic get at 5 is like Jalen Green or Jalen Suggs or Jonathan Kuminga, they blew it bad on that Vooch trade.
Man,
yeah.
I'll agree with that.
No more explanation.
You can't disagree with that, but I think the Bulls are going to be really garbage about the next month. They're going to be bad.
Which is they have to be.
Yeah,
they have to be horrible.
They're really good at being bad. So it's
really good at being bad.
It shouldn't be an issue.
My friend thinks that they're the second best franchise of all time.
Oh wow!
It's just the Lakers and the Celtics.
They had a
good decade.
He basically just said
decade.
Jordan.
That's it.
Yeah. They had Jordan.
Yeah, and they're still not the second. It's just the Lakers and the Lakers and the Celtics are still 93% of the rings that exist in the NBA right now. Like most of them. And then
the Spurs, no.
Yeah, right. And then the Spurs just take up the rest of them. They just take. Yeah, I don't know. Your friend just lied to you.
I know.
I don't know why he lied to you like for free like that, but this episode 13. What?
You just lagged so wild.
Hey, I guess that's how we'll end this with a whole bunch of.
Wait, hold up. Before we go, shout out to or hope get well soon, whatever, to LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh yeah, we even talked about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Man, he has an irregular heartbeat.
That's awful. Yeah. He would have gotten a ring,
and it forced him into retirement, basically. Yeah, it's tough. Prayers out to him. I hope everything stays safe. I hope he's in 100% good health. We love LaMarcus Aldridge. Portland, retire his jersey. He was everything to the Portland Trailblazers. There would be no Portland Trailblazers. There would be no future of the Portland Trailblazers without him. Please, respect the man. When it's time to retire his jersey, put it in the Raptors. LaMarcus Aldridge is amazing. I'm so sad to see it end like this because we all kind of wanted him to see him perform on the Nets because we just wanted to show people he's not washed up. We want to see him get a ring. Probably one of the best post players, mid-post players ever.
Yeah.
He's just amazing.
I think since he played a couple games for the Nets this season, he still will get a ring.
I hope so.
If they win.
I wanted to see him play in the finals. I wanted to see him get on that stage.
I wanted to see his veteran
It sucks.
his veteran presence come out on the floor of the finals. I would want to see that. But we're praying for your health. Your health is not more important, or your health is more important than basketball. So I hope everything goes well with that guy, man. That really sucks. Him and Chris Bosh. That's really unfortunate with those kind of things. But we do pray for you to get better. We're gonna keep pretty much everybody updated on our pages. That's episode 13. Everybody want to shout out their Instagram and their TikToks one more time. Y'all gotta follow my people.
Please.
They're definitely following me on TikTok, which is pretty cool.
Because they just don't like
not
you.
following me.
But
They're following you to talk bad about you.
Hey, if Cam is your favorite Skill of a Legacy member, just say that. If I'm the least favorite, just say that. It's okay. Man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's gotta be me.
No.
I feel like I'm just not like, you guys are funny. I'd be here like hosting. You guys are
I've seen
comical.
your comments. I've seen your comments. They don't like you.
No, that's what I said. I said they don't like you.
I got you.
That's what I said. Like I don't do nothing. Like they like y'all. I feel like I'm not.
Listen. For the last little thing. For the people in the comments, if I'm talking, Zay's just not talking, big dog.
Oh,
like if I say a take, he's just not saying it. If you hear him disagree, he just does not agree with the take. Therefore, he's not saying it and his mouth is not moving. See how I'm talking right now? That nigga is not talking.
Listen, because when that D-Rose thing, people unfollowed me, and I couldn't have disagreed in any more places. I disagreed in the video. I disagreed in the comments. I disagreed in the caption of the video. Like, what else do you want me to do? I don't agree.
I'm never going to let the comment section off the hook for this. You guys went crazy over that D-Rose take when Crafty's take was 50 times worse.
It was so much worse than what I said.
So much worse.
Cam's take is sitting at 100.
Multiple times about this take, and he's just like, I just left it out there. I'm not going to explain. He doesn't even want to explain to me.
Listen, Crafty's take is sitting at 8,000 views right now, right? Cam's take is sitting at 105,000 views. That's ridiculous. And the quotes are both there. I still put him over Rudy Gobert is literally at the top of the video, and they just don't care. Cam said MVP Rose is in the top 10 BG, and the internet exploded.
The streets went on fire.
It's because nobody likes Gobert. Nobody wants to defend him.
Yeah, he's that. But that take was 1,000 times worse. Liam is right. We ain't letting you off the hook. We ain't letting you off the hook for that. Y'all go in the comments and say if y'all saw that video and didn't say anything, because we gonna catch you. But this is episode 13. Hey, JJ, thank you for being here. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for the Celtics insight to go.
Thank
Everybody, you follow
That's
my
all you,
people
though.
on TikTok. Jay Bridges, follow him on all social medias. Liam, you know, I got a player I want to talk about. Follow him. Great content. Shows light to players. Yes, he shows light to players that we don't usually show light to. The Isaiah Stewart video was great. Cam, follow him on everything. Get into whatever he needs to get to on IG. You know what I'm saying? Juice him.
Yes, sir.
JJ, you should already know who JJ is, but give him a follow and give him a follow wherever you need to. And we